Hello and welcome to another Havoc Sons video. Here I'm at the old ranch. There's my dog. Get down, Xena. And in the back, I don't know if you can see that, I have something there. And I'm gonna go to the back of my property right now, which is around this way. You know, it's kind of cool when you have a lot of land. You can just kind of cruise where you want. Let me close my gate. Love that. Solar powered, automatic, push by a button. So what I'm going to do here, you know, and I do have one neighbor that's real close. Right next door, actually. This guy right here. I don't know. They said they built his house so close to mine because of the telephone pole. Kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? He's the only one close to my property. Everyone else is like a football field away. And it kind of screws up this fence line. Makes it tight to come in, as I'm doing now. Kind of... And I'm doing this with one hand, which is kind of, and then over there, that's where I keep all my trash wood, you know, and I don't know if I can actually get through this now. This may take a couple of tries. Oh, jeez. Pretty sure I can't. Oh. I should have filmed that, but there's no way I could have filmed that with one hand. And I am going to try to drive through there, but there's something I want to show you before I do. So let me explain briefly what I'm doing here. I'm cutting up all my scrap wood from my remodeling, putting it into tiny pieces so that I can then dispose of it properly. But underneath here is a 110cc Honda ATC. You can kind of see the rear tire there. And then over here is another 110cc Honda ATC. And then over here is two Passports C70s from the early 80s. And right in here is a CT90 from early 70s, and there's a bunch of spare parts over there. Look at that. These are Chinese knockoffs, and they're in equal amount of disrepair. The guy I got this from, $40 and a 6-pack of Tecate beer. That's what he wanted. But that's not all I got. He said this one runs. And that one runs, but it has no compression. It's just wore out. Which is typical with Chinese bikes. That's not all. Here's another view. They were sitting out in his yard. And I just looked on them. A lot of different places. eBay, Facebook Marketplace. Some of the other apps, I forget the name of them. And I just look for broken bikes. Because really, I'm retired. And once I finish my barn and this studio, I am going to have tons of room. Boy, it almost looks like there was some water linkage there. That's my automatic sprinkler system. There's a sign of my barn. I'm going to try to drive through here. My property runs down there, all the way down to the bottom flat end. A lot of area, and then up that road right over there, and I know the neighbors, they said that's fine, is a 1,500 acre preserve that is not patrolled. It's called the Tecate Preserve. and a lot of bikers up there, a lot of horse riders, all kinds of different things. Just a lot of places where you can go riding. And then there's another mountain, you can kind of see the tip of it over there, which I know the neighbor there, I know him. He said I can go riding there anytime. That's 20 acres of mountain trail. Now over here I have all my farm equipment, which is going to go inside that barn. But I also have another Chinese ATC there, smaller one, and another one over there, and then my tractor. So there's a lot of, geez, I don't know, how many do I have now? I think I have 5 quads. And my Polaris is already in the barn behind that wood. And then I have my Power Wheels, which my grandkids are slowly growing out of. I have them all. This one's under repair, so is this one. But these all work. And they're upgraded. Better traction and better batteries. But look at this. He threw this in for $40. Plus this case of Tecate. So, and see, the rest of my neighbors are pretty far away. Just that guy. And he did it, he said, because he didn't want to pay more for the utility pole. Now this looks like it's got a small Chinese engine in it. Looks like it's 4-stroke because it's got valves. That's nice. But I have no idea. It's a DZ Danzan. This is Chinese. Does not have a lot of miles on it. I honestly think that the engine is underbuilt because I gotta believe that's probably 100 cc or less. But it looks like it's electric start. Looks like it's missing the fan shroud over there. I don't know. I know nothing about this. I don't even know what you call it. Mini Dune Buggy? What? I love the idea that it's a 4-stroke. That means that I might be able to do something with it. Honda's got a couple of, I forget what they're called. They're 125cc. They're like Passports, but they have that type of rear end in them. I think I have one of those engines laying around. Oh, I don't think I brought it with me. I think I left it at the house. Never thought I'd use it. But I believe it's a direct replacement for that. It's a 4-stroke, but it's water cooled, has a radiator. I forget what they're called. Honda Elites. I have a Honda 125 Elite motor that'd probably bolt right in because it looks identical to that. So this was on the back of my Toyota truck. I picked up 2 loads. What I did was I just changed it to my Jeep and drove my truck off that way. That was how I was able to get it out. So anyway, and then of course my barn, which I'm getting ready to put a roof on. I just stopped for a minute to pick up these, that little mini Dune Buggy and those 2 quads for $40 and a case of Tecate beer. That's a pretty good deal in anybody's book. I paid for the Polaris, which is no longer running over there. I paid $1,200 for that from a crook. He's my neighbor, lives down the street. He is definitely a criminal. He works on vehicles, but he made it sound like there was nothing wrong with that bike. It didn't even last. I think I rode it 3 times. He sold me this one for $300 and that one for $300. I would like to blame him for ripping me off, but I paid for him. So how stupid am I? He's a criminal. I hope he sees this video too. I'd like to meet him in a dark alley someday. That's just me. Oops, shouldn't be driving over that. I'm going to need that wood. All right, well, let me unload these and back out of here. These even hold air. All the tires have got air in them. So he said that this one runs. I find that amazing. And that one, he says, will start and it will run, but it has no compression. He says it's just tired and worn out, which is typical with Chinese bikes, especially two-strokes. You mix them wrong, they start wearing out the rings, and then they die. Well, thank you for watching. You see my latest projects. I will be working on them soon. Have a great day and a better life. Remember to do more of what makes you happy. See ya.